Okay, so welcome to my presentation on creating a website for your travel business. The first option the first thing you're going to need to do when you're going to create a website is you're going to require a domain. You can go to Squarespace, you can go to GoDaddy. There's a lot of different options for searching for domains. I use Squarespace. And my domain actually comes with a free website, which I played around with. I just didn't like it. So I ended up going elsewhere. But I purchased my domain through Squarespace. Got a couple people coming in. All right. All right. So I purchased my domain through Squarespace, which again, like I said, a lot of times if you purchase a domain, it will give you an option to create a website, whether it's free or not. It, depends on where you go. For Squarespace, when I purchased my domain, I believe I paid $20 for it for the year, which is usually pretty standard. Every year you purchase that domain, every year that you have that domain, you pay for it for the year to use. And like I said, Squarespace actually gives you your own way of creating a website. I first used what's called Google Sites, which if you don't have the money for a domain right now and you just want to kind of create something that is what is something that you can kind of centralize that's more than just the link tree, and you want to put more content on, this is my original website. It's very user friendly. You can you can either go by a template or you can add, kind of create your own blank site, which is what I did. But there's a lot of different templates in here you can go through and you can kind of decide if something you like, you know, works for what you want your business to look like. There's plenty of options here. And again, this is something that is free to use, and you can have it gives you a free domain, but it will say sites.google.com, and then it will say / whatever it is that your website will be, the name of your website will be. So you can preview by what it would look like on the web. You can preview what it would look like on a tablet and on a phone. So you can kind of scroll through and see like if you like things the way they are, if they size up or down the way that you want them to. But it's very customizable. You're going to create basically page by page. So say these are all the different pages I have. So it was like request a travel quote with my Google form. You'd click onto that and you can actually embed your Google form if you use Google, or your Jot form if you use Jot, to qualify your clients. You can go to, each different page, and these are different pages. So if you go to the side, onto the right side, right over here, you're going to use this is to insert. So if you want to insert a content block, which is, any number of things, it could be just pictures with some things on the side. It could be just pictures. It could be a table of contents. It could be images, a text box, whatever the case is that you want to put in here. You're going to insert it here. To go from page to page, you're going to go to, obviously up here, pages underneath publish. You're going to go to pages, and this will give you different places. So you can add different pages here. You can add a full embedded page, which is how I did my form, and that's why it looks like that when you pull it up. You can actually see the form embedded into the actual site. You can go between different pages and see what I've added. And it kind of it's one central area that is very customizable so that your clients can come to one place and see a lot of different content. And if someone who say might not have an interest in being on social media, this is another great option. And it also gives your clientele a sense of like your business is legitimate, which is a big part of being a travel agent and big part of being having an online business or a remote business is that you want to be legitimate. You want to show that you are a real person, that you're not just some person who's looking to scam them out of money. Especially when trips cost so much. So for me, I liked it because I could customize it, I could add, I could take away from, I can put, different kinds of content in there. I could put pictures, I could put my forms in one place, which Linktree is definitely that as well, but this is very customizable. I can change the pictures out here. I can adjust how they look as far as like what part of the picture shows. I can put, different fonts and stuff like that. It's just, for me, it makes me feel like it makes it look more professional. Let's see. So yeah, so you're gonna insert different pages. So say you go over here, you can insert text box. So this is inserting an actual just text box. This is inserting the page. So when you go here, you're gonna click, say whatever it is that you want to do. You can do other great certifications. And you could play around if you double click it. You can change the alignment of it. You can change the font. You can change the color of the font. You can embed a form or a URL, which, if you have a YouTube video or a YouTube channel that you want to embed, you can use that just by URL. I apologize for my son in the background. He's Patrice, that's the first I'm hearing of that. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that Google Sites, it's harder to find, so maybe let me just double check. See, I have Google Workspace, so they might be doing away with it for a layperson. I know that the classic sites is no longer available, but I didn't realize that they were getting rid of Google Sites. I can double check that. I'm going to go through some other ones. This Google Sites was just a free one that you could access and create. But I'm almost positive they weren't getting rid of it completely. Yeah, no, Patrice, I don't think they were getting rid of it completely. Maybe they're just making it harder to find, because I know they've done that with a few things. I think because probably it costs too much to actually host some of it with, I guess, the traffic. I don't know. I'm not really quite sure, but yeah, it's because Google Voice was the same thing. You had a lot of trouble. Like, you have to know about Google Voice to find it when you're searching. Like if you're searching free phone numbers to use, you have to know to look for Google Voice, not necessarily just anything, not just a free phone service. So it might just be that they are not publishing, like it's not published anymore. It's not well known, popular, I guess. But I've used it for quite a few things. I had a blog, I had set up another person's website, and like I said, I've used it often. Another option, which is what I actually transferred over to, is Canva. If you pay for Canva Pro, you can design your website for free. As a part of that Pro monthly fee that you pay. And they have a lot of different options. I really liked playing around with this. It is very user friendly again. All right, so I'm going to show you the different options. So you can go into, if you wanted to do a business website. Hold on, I'm just going to mute whoever's. Right. So there's a lot of different options. You could do a portfolio website, which is probably going to be more pictures. You can do retail websites. There's all different kinds of options here. I forgot which one I actually chose. I think I just chose a regular one. And you can go by templates, or you can go in and actually just do it yourself, kind of create something that works for what your business and your brand are trying to portray. I can show you actually also my all right, so yeah, so you can go in, and I actually created my own. I kind of just, I didn't use a template, but I used a lot of the pictures and stuff from obviously Canva, and had a lot of fun with that as well. So this is a great way to kind of elevate it even more if you're looking for something that is a little bit more, let's see, is a little bit more, not professional looking, because I do think that the Google sites are pretty professional looking. I guess just a little bit more advanced, as far as what the actual site looks like. So let's see, Canva is a great option. Like I said, there's also Wix, there's WordPress, there's a lot of different options for different places to go and actually design your website. If websites are something that completely overwhelm you, please also be aware that you don't have to necessarily do it yourself. You can go, there are a couple of boards that you can go on and actually put up to hire someone to design your website for you if it's something that completely overwhelms you, which I understand. I actually work for another small business working on their website and adding and taking away from things. And so I understand if it's something that's completely overwhelming to you. But there are a lot of really nice options for designing your websites that are very, very user friendly. Like I said, Wix is one of them. There is, what's the other one? WordPress is also very common. Some of them have certain small fees, some of them have bigger fees, some of them have no fees. It just depends. If you purchase your website, like I said, if you purchase your domain from wherever you purchase them, sometimes they will often give you an option to be able to design your own website. So keep in mind when you go to purchase a domain, if you don't already have one, they are definitely something that you can, there's plenty of places to go that are user friendly now, especially. And YouTube is going to be your best friend when you're designing a website for your business, because I've learned so much from watching YouTube videos and watching other people teach me how to use WordPress, how to use this, how to use that. I don't have a degree in computer science. My brother is a computer programmer, so he helps me out when I'm in above my head. But, it can be overwhelming, and it could be, but so I definitely go with things that are very user friendly. Like I said, Google Sites is probably the most user friendly and is a way that you can actually really play around and customize things. And there's a lot of places to start off from. So say you want to choose, let's see. And this is also a great option if you're looking for a group site. So the other thing too, I want to mention is that if this is something that is also very overwhelming to you, if you have things like Travefy. You have an option with Travefy, I believe, to create your own website. That's a part of what you pay for on a monthly basis. If you use that site as a site to manage your clients, that is a great option. In fact, that's what I was actually looking at myself. It's a Travefy. They have some beautiful website options. And if you're already using them as a CRM to manage your clients, I definitely would go with it because they have some beautiful interfaces to use for your websites and for designing. And a lot of them are just like kind of plug in and play. So basically you just take the content, you plug it in just like you would with Google Sites or Squarespace or Canva. You know, you don't have to write code. You don't need to know how to write code. You don't need to worry about how to input things. Canva is also, like I said, very, very user friendly. And I think for like $13.99 a month, on top of having access to a ton of more content through Canva to work with your other parts of how you do your business with regards to like flyers, content for social media and stuff like that. I think it's a really good way of spending. I should probably work for Canva. That's how much I talk about how great Canva is from a travel perspective or from even any small business perspective when, content and what you want your brand to look like and how you want it to come across. Um, you know, it's just got so many great things that are like from pictures to frames to different fonts and things like that. It's very versatile and you can do a lot with it. And then, like I said, on top of being able to design your own website, which in itself, if you go to certain other websites, you might have to pay, $400 or $500 for the year, which, depending on who you are, you may not want to actually put $400 or $500 all at once. Maybe it's easier for you to pay a monthly, so those are definitely options to consider. And getting a getting a website is definitely something that I think elevates your brand. If you're looking to work with more high-end and luxury travel and clients, you definitely want to have a website because I just feel like it adds legitimacy. And if people are going to spend $20,000, $30,000 on trips, they're going to want to see more than just a Google form that you send. So it definitely gives your business more of a elevated vibe, which is definitely something I would recommend, especially if you're looking in that luxury market or you're looking at people, that are interested in destination weddings and things like that. When you're looking at, ventures that are going to cost people 30, 40, $50,000 in those spaces for sure, you definitely want to have something that your clients can come in and see, pictures from other clients' vacations if they're willing to share those. Like I just had a client come back from Jamaica and she loved it and she actually was upgraded to a suite. So I was like, send me all the pictures of your room, of the resort. I would love to put them on my website because then it's actual live pictures that are being seen that are in real time that might be a lot more updated than the pictures that might be on your website, not on your website, but on your like Expedia chat, or any of the other places where we'd go to get pictures to put in our quotes for clients or our itineraries. When you want to make things look pretty, pictures that are from your clients that are decent quality, it kind of gives a little bit more of an updated version. Like I've gone on some of the travel advisor pages for pictures and like some of them are so outdated and you can tell that they are not, you know, they're like 10 years old or 20 years old. So this is a great way of collecting those things and collecting pictures and collecting things that you might want to share with your clients about, for other. I'm sorry, excuse me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, so here's some other ideas. Um, what I did when I was creating the second website, when I was doing it through Canva, on top of wanting to make things look a little bit more elevated, I spent a lot of time looking at other people's websites that were travel agents. And I looked and I went through Google and I Googled websites for travel agents. And I also went on Facebook and found other people that were travel agents. And I kind of just looked at their websites and picked and, I picked and chose what some of the things that they put on their website as far as content. And I said, I kind of like that. I want to have that as an access, as something for my clients to access from my website. Because the other thing about going through your website, if you have one, is that if you do any affiliate marketing, it's a great way to kind of put everything all in one place. So I spent a lot of time looking at other people's websites, trying to figure out. I loved the idea. In fact, there was a couple different people that I saw that had like an area on their website where they just had resources. So I said, oh my God, I love that. I'm going to do that. So I went and I actually looked up the website for passports. I went and looked up the currency rates. This is a great one. It's free and it also has an app. It's called XE currency or xe.com. That was a great find because that is also an app. And I think a lot of people, especially younger people, love apps because it makes it so much easier. I saw that they put US embassies and consulates. So I went and Googled, how do you find US embassies abroad? CDC recommendations, what vaccinations might be required. Say they're going to Africa and they want to go on a safari. They need to have certain vaccinations before they travel. They're required to have those to go into certain countries and also come out of those. So, and it also will keep them safe when traveling abroad. TSA, there's a lot always questions about what can you bring? Do you need a real ID? Which that I think will be coming up soon. I think they just pushed it back, requiring a real ID to fly. But there's just different things that TSA. Yes, absolutely. Um, let's see. So I definitely recommend that you go and you look at other people's websites and you pick and choose the content that they're putting on them because it gave me a lot of ideas and I still have more that I haven't even added to that I just love the idea of being able to put on your website, like I said, I have a couple of affiliate links. I have an affiliate link for Babbel, which is a language app that you can learn a new language. Say you're going abroad, you can learn Spanish, you can learn Italian, you could learn any of the, languages that might be spoken in that region. Rakuten obviously is always a good one to have on yours if you haven't. I also am part of Hello Pink, which is clothing. So I have different, they have all kinds of. Right. Yeah, Richard, I see what you're saying. Um, but I will be honest, you want to at least be aware wherever you're going to review what is recommended by the CDC because there is reasons why that, they might recommend that. If so, it's just an FYI, I would always encourage people to do their research because maybe it may not be required, but you might want to have it. It could be a major it could be a major deal. I mean, I'm also a nurse, so
Yeah.
prevention is worth its weight in gold for me at least. So just it's up to you whether you want to put it on or not. You don't have to. But exactly. So a pound of prevention is worth, I forgot there's a saying for it, but it's definitely worth it. Um So yeah, so back to there's affiliate links you can put on here. You can put them on your link tree as well. But I just like the idea of putting it all in one place. And it also has, I have all my certificates and what I've taken and as far as classes, travel advisories. There's recently been updates in travel advisories. I think Jamaica is updated. There's obviously Middle East, there's all kinds of warnings and everything going on. So this is another great way, weather information, flight delays, especially during the holiday seasons. You can see if there's airport closures, if there's any kind of issues, if there's ground delays, if there's any kind, if there's a fire, say at a specific airport, if there's any kind of fog delays or, anything like that, any kind of weather stuff that might be causing a delay, you can always, and it'll actually give you different things. So I basically just went in and I Googled National Airspace System, or FAA advisories. And I was able to find different websites that I added to, and you can actually, what you do is you're going to go in, sorry, you're going to actually go in and you're going to click on it. And then usually, hold on. Oh, that's why, because I'm not adding design. So you're going to click on it and you can actually click on the a text. So you can create a text and then you can put in a link. You can edit a link. And you can put the link in there. And then this way, like I said, like I put here, you can click on the photo or caption to follow the link. So I could do a whole class just on Canva, but there's lots of different ways that you can play around with this. There is also some Canva classes you can do, I believe, as well, where they have like a learning and educational section of Canva that you can learn different things. Exactly, Richard, yes. There's so many reasons why one would need a travel agent, and you'd want one. I often will say to people, when they ask, well, what's the difference between going to you or going to like Expedia? I usually say, you're paying not only for me to, which you'd be paying either way because you're still paying a commission. A lot of clients don't understand or realize that when you're booking a trip, whether it's on Expedia or through a travel agent, you're still paying a commission. My prices are usually about the same as the prices that they're going to get if they do it themselves, unless they go to like Costco or BJ's or Sam's Club or any of those websites. They are usually going to get about the same price. They might do better with us because we're constantly looking and we have group codes that they may not know about. But they also have the benefit of working with me and I'm their advocate. So I will say to clients, not only do you have me to help you take some of the stress out, I usually check my clients in for their flights. I will send them packing lists. There's lots of reasons why travel agents are the best. And of course, I'm partial because I am one, but I usually also say, I'll fight for you. Like I had a client that, like I said, my client that just came from Jamaica last week, her transfer never showed up. Oh, yeah. Her transfer never showed up at the airport to bring her back to the airport. Letitia, I'm not sure if I believe, actually, let me go in and actually check. I was always pretty sure that you actually had to pay for Pro to get the website design, but you might not. Let me just double check it. I can actually check. Let's see. It might be, there might be a free option, it just might be basic. Let me see. Okay, so you can actually. It looks like you can. You just get more options for content when you're paying for the actual version. When you're paying for the actual Canva. But it looks like you can actually design a website on Canva without paying. I don't know how it would go with the domain and how that would work. I can show you how to connect it if you purchase a domain somewhere else. Okay, so yeah, look, see, it actually would say whatever your website is, .my.canva.site. which is up to you on whether you want to do that or not. As far as, you can use a custom design, but you actually might have to purchase that domain name. Again, it can be very cheap. You can actually, I think they even have auctions on domains. Yeah, see, there's a ton of places where you could go to purchase domains. Domain.com is one I've used in the past. GoDaddy is one I've used. Squarespace is what I used most recently. Wix, you can purchase a domain name. Now, keep in mind too, like I said, most of these you have access to be able to create and design a website by yourself, for free using those. Whether they're user friendly for what you're looking for or not, that's another story. And again, everybody has different experiences as far as, what they're comfortable with regards to creating websites and designing them. These ones are just websites these are websites I've used to design other websites that I'm comfortable with, and that is, they seem to be pretty user friendly. You can purchase. Yes, absolutely. Like I said, I use, yes, I'm gonna actually I didn't realize I didn't send it to everyone. Let's see. Okay, so in the chat, I just dropped my website. And like I said, I encourage you, look at other people's websites, look at people on your team. If you're in a group chat and you see other people posting their link trees, if you're in a leadership role and you see other people's link trees, I don't know how it is with other teams, but look at their link tree, look at their information, follow other people on, on your personal page on Facebook and stuff, follow other travel agents because you never know, you might get an idea for content. Don't steal their ideas, but you can use them and create your own thing using that idea. Um, you know, yep, absolutely. Um, yeah, there's a lot of really great reasons why you'd want to use a travel agent for sure. Oh yeah, so yeah, what I was saying was I had a client that was in Jamaica that her transfer didn't show at the hotel to bring her back to the airport to come home. And I was able to fight for her. She didn't have to spend any time on emails or phone calls to try to get refund for that. That's the benefit of using a travel agent too, is that you have me as your advocate. It's my job to make sure that you not only had a good time and that you enjoyed yourself and that you had a good experience at the property, but if something were to go wrong, I'm there to fight for you as much as you would if it was, and then this way you don't have to spend that time. I've had a lot of clients that have said, it's nice having an extra person in your corner when something goes wrong. I mean, you hope that it never happens, but if something does happen, you know that you're going to fight for them as much, as you would fight for yourself. So I definitely always say, not only do you get the benefit of me helping you plan your trip, but you get an advocate that isn't just an extra person in your corner to fight for you if something should go wrong and, keep track of all the things that maybe you don't have time to keep track of because you're dealing with other things. What are ways that you can build trust with a potential skeptical client? Um, I try to be real. It's a great question. I try to be real and I try to be genuine. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesy person. I've never been good at selling things. But I'm real and I will tell people I hear what they're saying. I think a lot of that comes from my nursing background, but I listen to what they're saying and I try to ease their mind. And just also keep in mind when you're dealing with clients that are skeptical or difficult, sometimes they're just not your client. So don't waste weeks and weeks of effort on someone who you might never make happy, because it's okay. They might not necessarily be your client, and that might be a blessing in disguise. So keep that in mind. You definitely want to keep people at ease. Part of our job is keeping it easier for people who choose to go through a travel agent. You know, part of what they're paying for, quote unquote, but they're really, they're paying for it either way, is our expertise and what we're doing and how, and we know, where to look for certain deals and things like that. But the other part of it is, I lost my train of thought for a second. Um, you don't want to waste hours and hours and hours trying to sell a client you as a service, selling yourself as a service, only for them to continuously make you feel like you're not enough. The one great thing about being a travel agent and working for ourselves is that we get to pick and choose. And just keep that in mind when you're making, if someone is really difficult, they might just not be the client for you, and that's okay. Be real, be genuine, and reassure people. And if that's still not enough, then they, like I said, they just might not be your client, and that's okay. I've watched a lot of different videos from different travel agents, people that have done trainings, not just in Evolution, but in other places where they're working for another host agency, or they are someone who actually owns their own agency and they work for themselves. I've watched a lot of free videos and trainings, and I've signed up for a lot of seminars and watched and listened to other people and their experiences, because there's a lot of people that have been in this industry for a long time. And so I try to learn from what they are imparting on YouTube channels, and like I said, free seminars, free webinars. And I take what they say and I take it to heart and I listen, because obviously they've been doing it for 20, 30 years. Um, I can give you some names too, some people that I've followed. I think Wanderlust is another one. Exactly. You Sometimes you're just never gonna make someone happy. I think Wanderlust, ironically, it wasn't me, it's Wanderlust, group maybe? No. I can't remember the name of the actual. If I see the actual, nope, it wasn't this one. This one, Cindy Williams. She's a great, she's a great one. I am on YouTube. I don't have a lot on there right now. This one is Wanderlust Campus. Cindy Williams, she puts out a lot of really great content for free. You can also go through her masterclass, but she gives a lot of really great information. And so I've watched and listened to her stuff a lot since I started back in November, and I've learned a lot from her. And she's someone who, like I said, she's not a part of Evolution. But she's a really, really great person to get a lot of, some good information from. And I'll share her website, her so she has, like, in listening to her videos and watching her videos, I've learned a lot of really great information from her. Whether it's, how to qualify a client, how to know when you're beat, so to speak, with clients that it might be difficult. Um, it's just a really great, she has a lot of really great information. And like I said, she has a masterclass that you can do as well. Um, travel career coach. So she actually is a coach for travel agents. Um, but she's got a lot of really good information, and she gives you a lot of different, there's so much content on hers. You could be here for hours, days, going through it. and it different ways, like she talks about adopting the right mentality when you're approaching clients, because that's a big part of it. And whenever I'm mentoring one of my travel agents that's underneath me, I always start off by saying, like, if they're really stressed out about a difficult client, you know, it's okay. Not every person is going to be your client. That's the great thing about building a team, is that, whether it's a different niche that you're working within that space, or, whether it's a different person and the personality, not everybody is going to mesh with you, and you're not going to mesh well with everybody. No, she is not an introvert. She's very, 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 not introverted at all. She's an extrovert for sure. But she's got some really great information. I've learned a lot from her, and I've taken some of the things she's said and recommended and put them into practice in my own with my own clients. So I definitely think she's a great person, a great person to keep in your pockets as far as information. She shares a lot of great stuff. So yeah, so Travefy is one that I don't have access to, because I don't use it. I use Traveljoy, which sadly does not give you a free website, but that's all right. I love Traveljoy for right now, and it works, and it's not super expensive. So it's really, it works for what I'm looking for. But they do have a free trial. You can sign up, you can go in and play around with the websites. Like I said, the website designs they have are pretty much close to Canva. So if you're looking for something that can do a lot of different things, whether it's, working with your clients and stuff like that, you can definitely use that. Especially in the beginning when you're first starting out, you don't want to be signing up for a ton of different things that you're paying out of pocket for. So Canva, like I said, is one of those things. I try to look for things that might work for multiple aspects of the business, instead of just, because you could go crazy with purchasing and joining different softwares and things like that that you can use in your travel business. So Canva's, like I said, my go-to, just because I use it for all of my content. I mean, you could go into my projects, and there's like thousands of things. I even do stuff for my I'm actually a Cub Scout leader. So you can have I don't use all the other sites anymore. The only one I use is my Canva site. It might cause confusion. I use the same domain and just put it into different, like when I had the Google site, um, I used my domain for that. You can access this website still. It's not, I haven't not published it. I haven't taken it down, but it's not the domain that I purchased, Wanderlust Adventures by Kay, is not attached to this site anymore. So the way of attaching, if you purchase a domain, you can go into settings. Let's see. Gosh, now I forgot how to do that because it's been so long since I've done it. You can attach your domain to a site, and you can also take it away. So if you decide that, like, 6 months down the line, you want to pay for a service, or you want to add something. Ooh, free domains. I don't know. I don't know if you have access to free domains. Let's see. This is another one. I know this is another one that I've heard of recently, and I actually was looking into for other reasons. Because you can send out bulk emails and such through Ionos as well. You can try, a lot of times you can purchase a package that will kind of collectively do a couple things for you. Like I said, whether it's, website building, business emails, these are usually pretty cheap to do. Where it look, see, it's only like, that's really not a bad price. Like I said, I think I paid for my domain the first year, let's see. Yeah, so I paid $12 for the domain. I paid $12 because when I purchased my domain through Squarespace, they had like a first year discount. So it was $12 to purchase but $4, that's $4 a month. Definitely cheap though, not a bad price. Like I said, to purchase the domain itself, I went to Squarespace, and you can actually go in and auction. You can look for auctions for, like, say you have a domain that you might want, but it's not available. You can go in and do domain auction. And you can actually, oh, there it is. GoDaddy auctions. Um, you can actually purchase cheaper domain names. That might be like, this is great because like you can find like SEO friendly. You can search domains and get them for sometimes cheaper. See, that's insane. But these are auctions for actual domains that already exist, that people are no longer using, and they just go up and auction them. Sometimes you can get super cheap on that. Like I've seen a lot of people um purchase domains, like secondary and third domains, to go to the same website, because the more you have going to the same website with more domains attached to that, it increases your SEO, which is your search engine optimization, which is like it's a fancy way of saying you're on the internet a lot. um so you could go to a couple different places hold on, to check that out as well. Yeah, you can, like I said, you can go into Google and you can search different places where you could purchase domains. And usually at least one, if not all of them, are actually doing different um see, like .coms. If you get a .com for 1 year, $1, that's a really good option. So I would just search Google domains, Google the actual term purchasing domains. And usually there's, if not, like I said, if not one, all of them usually have some kind of special going on where if you purchase the service to actually design your website, you can get the domain for either free the first year, or you can pay like super cheap, like a dollar for that, for a domain. So I would definitely start there. Ionos is a good one. Squarespace is a good one. Um, GoDaddy is another good one. Trying to think if there's any others that I've used recently. Oh, yeah. So definitely, um, for my consultant business, I have a .net. It was a little bit cheaper. .travel, I don't know. You can do research on that too. Let me see. I don't know if I would go with .travel. I would do a .com or a .net. Um, I mean, you could be different. It depends on what you want for your business. Um, I don't know. If your domain is already taken in a .com or a .net, then I would definitely consider it. Like, yeah, I would search the name of your company and see if domains are available for, you know, whether it's a .com or .net. I've also seen .org, which again, usually that is like more of a term, you know, it's that they're available. But usually more synonymous, usually with like government websites and stuff like that. Um, yeah, my answer would be go for a .com or .net, if that answers your question for you, Richard. I can definitely try, Letitia. Yeah. Let's see. So, do you have a particular site that you're interested in using to build your site, Letitia?
Yes, I would actually like to try to do the Canva since I'm not paying for it, but I have Canva or whatever. So
Yeah, yeah. All right. So let me jump in there. I'm gonna jump onto the free version. Just is that because you're not paying for it right now, you said, right?
right, great.
Okay. So let's go in and we'll actually do like I'll do a mock site just to kind of give you an idea. I'm not gonna publish it, but so you can go into templates and obviously look for there's different options. You can do if it has a crown next to it, it's obviously a pro option. You can't use that if you're not paying. Richard, just to answer your question, like I said, Google Sites is a good option for free. Canva obviously is a good option. There's a lot of really good ones that you can use to build websites for free or very cheap to design them. You can Google usually free site maker or free website designer. There's so many. The ones I've used are Canva, I've used Google Sites, I've used Wix and WordPress um for different things over the years. So yeah, so we're gonna do a site, let's see. And you can go in here and you can look, you can put travel. And it'll specify, you know, like it'll give you specific ones that might be more geared towards a travel business. And you can pick any one of those things, these templates here, or you can create your own. Like I said, you can go right click here. And you can add, you know, you can paste things if you have things you want to add to. You can go into elements and say you want to use a picture. Let's see, give you some travel. So say, I don't know. All right. Hold on, I'm just clearing this out. All right. So you can right click on an image, say you want to do an image for. Oh, I hear you on that one, Richard. Definitely hear you on that. All right, so yeah, if you choose an image you like and you want it to be your header, you can choose it and then right click and you can set it image as background, like similar to what I have. And then you can put, say you want to make your heading, let's see, whatever. And I'm just don't get too bogged down on my wording here because it's really just more of showing you how to work within Canva. So you can go in and play around with fonts. All right, I'm actually gonna change this picture here. So then you can add a page. And basically with Canva, the way when you're adding a page, it's just adding another section. It's not the same as like Google Sites where you're adding a page because you're adding a different it will still flow nicely. So don't worry if like you're, oh, what am I doing here? Am I adding a page? What's going on? So basically it just gives you more space. So this is my header. I can make this bigger, I can make it smaller. And then maybe put here an about me. And the other nice thing about if you choose to pay for Canva is you can actually build a brand. So you can actually jump in. You got it. No problem, Lord, Lourdes. Sorry. All right. So yeah, so you can go in and you're gonna, play around with different font sizes. You can, like I said, play around with different fonts, different colors. Yeah, and if anyone wants to jump off, I'm just doing this for Letitia, so this way she can kind of see like a start to finish how to create a site and then publish it. So you guys can jump off if you don't want to see it, that's fine. Let's see. Um, Great question, Richard. It depends. I mean, if you're looking to create brand awareness and to create a brand that kind of travels from place to place, um, I would stick with a few colors that are specific to your brand. You don't have to do that. You don't have to create a brand, as far as what colors you want, but it might make it more cohesive if you make your business card and your website and your social media stuff all kind of the same colors and the color scheme, because it kind of helps to create a brand awareness, which that could be a whole nother training on how to create a brand and how to market yourself and how to stay consistent throughout. A lot of social media uh creators will use different, like the same filter for all pictures. Um so if you go on, like, I mean, there's courses just on that alone. So you could definitely get, you know, you could go crazy with it, how specific you want to be as far as creating a cohesive vision for your actual business, your travel business. Whether you want to stick with certain colors, that's up to you. So it's kind of like a one, not a simple answer. Um, you don't want it to be something where it kind of drowns in with the background. Um, you want it to kind of pop. You don't want it to be something that kind of like gets lost in the picture. Um, so yeah, you can put in, let's see. And if you're ever needing any kind of information as far as like content, you can always go in and you can actually go to ChatGPT. If anybody doesn't have access to ChatGPT, it's a great place to get assistance with like copy and writing things for your actual business. And it is free. So like you can go into ChatGPT and you can ask, let me see. And you can just ask for different things. So like you can go in and actually see it's actually giving you, and you can take this and put this in your website. Obviously, you're going to add in your own thing. So you can go in and change. Welcome to and you don't have to even be someone who's good at writing copy or writing things to put on your website as content. All you have to do is go into ChatGPT and say like, write something down and then ask them to rewrite it for you, and they'll rewrite it for you and they'll edit it for you. ChatGPT is like a secret little, it's an incredible tool to have and it's free and it's easy. You can train it to become your personal assistant. You can train it to write emails for you to send to clients. It's an amazing, again, that could be like a whole training in itself, Chat GPT. But definitely something you should always use if you're needing information for, like, I use it for content. So say like, I'll say, give me 30 travel tips, content for my travel biz. And there you go. Artificial intelligence giving me content to use for my social media. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, Chat GPT is like incredible. And like I could do a whole training just on that. It's amazing. It's such an amazing game changer. The only thing is it's a little scary because I feel like it's gonna take over the world. But like look at that. Look at all the content I'm getting in a few seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And now I have 30 pieces of content that I can add to pictures and post for 30 days of content. There you go, right there. So you can take those and put them, you could put that right on your website if you wanted to. I will do a training if you want, Letitia, I promise. Maybe I'll do that for my next. Um, yeah, so you're going to add different pages. You can add, like I said, you can use templates if you want to, if you're not someone who is, like is super savvy or doesn't, is overwhelmed by the idea of creating your own, or you can just go in and actually pick a template and then just kind of create, so you can apply all 9 pages, replace this, and you can just go in and plug in, like you can go in and find a picture that works for you. Oh yeah. ChatGPT is definitely going to make Google jealous. It's like the new Google. Um, so you can go in and actually take a template, say you like this template, you like the picture, you don't like the picture and you want to replace it, you can just pick another picture and then you're going to right click that picture and you're going to put replace background and then you can change it over. Um And you can kind of just change things, add in your actual copy, like whatever it is that you want to write here, you can, like I said, you can always go in and actually like right click here to add a link. So you can click here and put like a link for, say, your Google form. You could say, click here to complete, to send request quote. And then what you do is you're going to right click that and you're going to, let's see, right click the actual words, not the box. And then you're going to add link. And then you're going to put the link for your Google form. So say you have a Google form. And I'm going to copy the link for this. And then I'm going to go in and add this to here. Click done. And then if you click on this, like once you publish your site, so now you can click on here and it'll bring you it'll bring your client right to a form that you create through Google Sheets, through Google Forms. So you can go in and change out these things. You can watch, I'll even go and show you how to do. So when you want to animate, you see how in here, this will like, when you're moving to different places, you see how it moves? This is called animation. When you're going into your editing, you're going to click here. So say you want to do that, you want to change it. It's just different ways of when your client is going from page to page. It's how those images are moving. Or you can turn it off. You don't have to do that. You can turn off the animation and you can remove it. And this way it won't do anything. It's just another cool way of being a little more creative and kind of just giving your page a little more dimension. You can do different effects like with fonts. You can play around with the thickness of things. You can play around with the color. You can do curvatures. If you're doing a curve, you can change like how curved it is. Like I said, you can add in other pictures. You can add in different content that you want as far as words and different headings for different things. You can put in videos, you can upload if you have your own content, if you have your own pictures, if you have your own videos, you can upload them into here and add them to your website. Very, very user friendly. You can put your YouTube videos in here. You can, let's see, there's so much different content as far as like graphics and such, shapes. Um, You can put in links here for, say, your social media. So say you want to put your phone number. Let's see. And it might disappear for a second, and that's just because you're moving it from page to page. So don't freak out. Just keep moving it. You see how it'll go like dark? It's just because you're moving it from page to page. So it will show up there as soon as you let go of it. Yeah, so you can just add different things here. You don't have to get, you can take things away if you don't like that. Oh, I don't want this box here. I don't want this wording here. And then you just delete it. If you like something, if you like the way the size is and the actual font, and you want to duplicate it to another page, you can go click on it, and actually this little two boxes with the plus sign, that's just duplicating it. So you can move that to another, say you want to move it to a different. Sorry, my son is crying in the background. And you can actually move it to a different page so that there's cohesiveness to the design that you have. Is there anything else you want to see, Letitia, that you want me to show you specifics on?
How would I do like when I do my affiliate links, like let's say I put up let's just say golden tickets or whatever, because I think you
Mm-hmm.
like that. So
Yep.
how can I like put a picture and then put a link, like
Yeah, yeah. So I'll show you what I did, how I did it for mine. It's a little easier to do it this way.
and then like would I be able to swap the picture out like during what is it, Super Bowl, put a Super Bowl picture up, and then like basketball, put a basketball picture up, but still
Oh
have
yeah. Yeah, you can definitely. You can put links to any picture or wording. You generally speaking, you can, yes, except for I think like graphics. Like I can put pictures. Let's see. So like my Viator, if you right click on either words or pictures, you can actually go into edit link. You can change the link out here. And you can also, so say like down here, I think is an option for, so edit the link on my picture. So like say a picture, you want to add the link to the picture. Um, you're gonna go in and it'll say link, like put a link here. Um, you can also embed forms. It's just a little bit, sometimes it doesn't work for me. I don't know why. But like an example, so like I took a picture, I went and Googled, let's see, Babel. And I searched Babel images and I found a one I liked. I think this is the one I ended up using. And I saved the image. And then I went to Canva and I uploaded that image. So I went into uploads and then I upload that image, click on that, open, and it will go into your little thing here. And then what you can do is you can just click on it. It'll bring it to your page. You take this, you're going to right click on it, put in a link, and then you're going to put the link for for your Babel, or, like just for argument's sake, that's what I'm working with.
oh,
So you can take the link for your actual affiliate link and add it to the link space here. And then it will anytime anybody clicks on that, it will bring you to that link. Does that make sense?
yes. And
Okay.
I get
And
to,
then
I'm sorry.
that's okay.
I
And then you can detach, if you want to change out your images, you can go in and detach image. And then you can add in a new image. So say you want to do, I don't know, that. You should still be able to access the link. But yeah, see the link is still in that frame. It's detached to that. It's attached to that. I use frames too often because I like the way that it like kind of keeps things like I can go back in and just change that out.
Mhm.
And it keeps it the same size of what, it's like a space holder for if you're going in and doing designs and updating things, you can go in and actually change out pictures. So I would definitely use a frame if you're going to do that. If you're going to want to interchange out like based on, whatever the sport is for that time or season or whatever the case is, I would definitely use a frame and then you can just easily switch out items as you want. And like I said, you just go in and right click it and attach image and it will bring it out for you and then you could just put the new image in.
Okay, and then would it be the same if I were doing like like my Facebook and TikTok, like because I have the Facebook business page with my logo, so can I put that on there
So you mean
along
like
with
this? Like this?
oh kind of but like instead of the Facebook, it's my logo to my Facebook page.
You
Or
could. I mean, you'd have to probably I would probably screenshot a picture of it on your phone and then edit that, like crop that, and then you could do that. Any kind of picture. If you have, what kind of computer do you have?
I'm on my laptop, but I got Windows operating. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's okay. You can Canva is available as an app too. So if you have like an iPhone or an Android, I believe Canva's available on both as an app. So you can actually go in and upload pictures onto your Canva account and then access them on your website. So like say I take a picture on my phone, I can go in and actually I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me double check. Let's see. Yeah, because I took this picture. I took this picture. This was like a content picture I did for social media, like about how I love my travel, my job as a travel agent. So you take a picture, you can upload this onto Canva and then um use it as a link, like you can right click and add a link to your social media that way. Absolutely. It's a great idea,
Okay.
actually, honestly. I like that idea.
Thank you.
You go for that. I love it.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, yeah. So let me tell you, social media, make sure your social media game is strong because that's how you get clients. You can do as much as you want to do like face to face and that's great and that's wonderful and maybe like, but I think if you can't transition your business on social media, you're you're great now, but you're going to lose it because you have to transition. Like newer generations are using social media. So you have to get with it. I hate to say it like that, but like you're gonna lose younger generations if you don't adapt to social media. That's what's gonna keep you surviving and thriving down the road. So
Uh,
definitely, if you don't have a strong social media game, I would definitely encourage you to try to get into that space because it's gonna be how you transition your business for the future,
that
for
makes a
sure.
lot. That makes a lot of sense because I'm one who is not big on social media, but I'm finding that that's how I need to promote my business. So.
Yeah. And you know what? The other thing about social media that people, I think, it's definitely intimidating because I'll be honest, I've had social media, like I had Facebook when Facebook, you needed a .edu address to get it. Like you couldn't not, like not everybody could get on Facebook. So if that dates me, that dates me, whatever. But I needed to
I
have a
might
college I
say.
needed to have a college email address to be able to get onto Facebook back in the day. And so like I used it when I was younger and I had kids and then I was like I don't really like I joke around that Snapchat was like the generational divide for me and like the first people that use social media because I was like I don't understand the point of that. But the social media definitely is a way of marketing your business for free without paying anybody, and you're getting you're getting brand exposure for your travel business, whether it's a travel business or you're doing affiliate marketing or you're creating a multitude of businesses, and you're kind of, because a lot of travel agents will do that. They have like a very diversified service, whole menu of services that they offer to people. You'll see a lot of travel agents that are also realtors, that are also, content creators, that are also affiliate marketers, because multiple streams of revenue is like the smartest business plan you could have, especially in this day and age. Because if one aspect of your business dries up, it doesn't end and close your doors. If there's anything we learned from COVID, it's making sure that you're diversifying how you're making money, because that's what's going to bring you into the, like we just saw with ChatGPT. There are legitimate whole jobs and careers that are going to be replaced by AI. So you have to diversify everything you're doing to make, to create your business. And so if you're, travel might just be one aspect, but like, a great way of doing affiliate marketing on top of your travel business is creating like a packing list for your clients. I create a specific packing list depending on where they're going and what they're going for. Like I have clients that are going to Greece in August for a honeymoon. So I created an entire packing list for her, because I know, like, as a girl, when you're going on your honeymoon, you're going to want certain outfits and you're going to want certain things, and you're going to want, to have like all new stuff, because it's like the one time in your life you're going to spend all this money on a trip, and you want to have all the nice things, all the pretty things, all the things that say bride and, just married and all those things. So I went on to my Amazon, because I do affiliate marketing for Amazon too. And I put links for specific things, like they're going to Greece, so they're going to need packing cubes. They're going to need, TSA style, like if they, I know she's very big into skincare, and so she's going to want to bring those specific things. So like I'll find different products that she might want to purchase for her trip, and it's diversifying how I'm offering, what I'm offering to my clients. And you're getting money back from that affiliate marketing side. So you're getting, other commissions that are kind of making it like not just one aspect of business or one aspect of your travel. You're giving people, you're giving people like a holistic experience when they're planning their travel through you, and you're getting different streams of commission off of that. So it's a really great way of like making your business not recession proof, because I don't want to say it like that, but like you're making it stronger. You're making your business stronger by using different forms of revenue. Like that's why I went with Babbel, because I wanted to, like if people say they want to go to Japan and they want to learn Japanese, I'm going to say, hey, I'm planning this trip for you to Japan. Just so you know, on my website, you can purchase, you know, um, you can go on to Babbel and you can purchase a plan to learn Japanese for your trip that's coming up in 6 months or a year. And, you know, it helps me as a small business. And they're paying the same price they would if they had done it without you. But now you're getting a little bit of that commission, and that's something you get back. And just another way of getting another revenue stream to add to your travel business. So it's a really great, that's why I'm really such a strong supporter advocate to have your own website, because you can kind of add and take away. You can add all of your other affiliate links into one space and kind of direct your clients to go to that one space, whenever they need something or they're looking for something specific, whether it's, now when they're planning a trip, or maybe 6 months down the line, they're like, hey, I was looking at her website and I forgot, like she has an affiliate link for clothing, or she has an affiliate link for this, Babbel, Rakuten. Like there's different things, and people might think of that, and that might stick in their mind. And then in 6 months from now, you finished their trip. They went on their way. They loved their trip. They had a great experience. They're not looking to travel, but they're looking for new clothes. You know, like it's just another way of like diversifying what you're offering to your clients and creating additional streams. So it's always a good, you know, it's a great option on a different way of doing it, because if travel slows down, people still always need new clothes. People still always need, you know, this or that. Like I have what my mentor actually has it's like the water bottles, I think it's hmm, Circle, this one. You know, you get an affiliate link for this. It has nothing to do with travel, but it's on your website. And so someone sees it and they go, oh, you know, that's cool. I might try that. And then you get a little bit of commission off that. So it's a great way of having additional revenue streams, which is always going to help support your travel business if that's your first love. But affiliate marketing is a great way to kind of diversify that. So if you have any affiliate links, definitely use your website for it, for sure, because it's definitely a great way of giving your clients access to other things. You know, like I have, this one is an affiliate link, and it's just vacation rentals. So, because a lot of times people, especially like if they want to go and stay with like a big group of people and a family, and they don't want to go through the hassle of dealing with me, they can just go on, and this is an affiliate link that I'll get credit for and I'll get commission for that. Has to do with travel, but it's not direct. And I'm not going to actually, you know, have to do much work, if anything. And I get a commission off of that. So it's just, you know, great, definitely a great way of doing it. To just kind of diversify what you're doing. Yeah. So does anybody else have any questions?